Within the circuit of this plodding life, there enter moments of an azure hue. Untarnished fair as is the violet, or an enemy when the springs stew them.
We're here to talk about an American poet from the 1900s. I'm sure you've heard of him, Joseph Pullman Porter.
Joseph Pullman Porter. Interesting. I would like to know more about him.
Landscape architecture. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? But what if I told you one man's 40-year teaching career at Cornell University revolutionized how we think about merging art and science in outdoor spaces?
That's quite a claim. What makes this particular story so revolutionary?
Well, I've been researching Joseph Pullman Porter, who graduated from Cornell in 1917 and went on to teach there for over 4 decades. What's fascinating is how he completely transformed the way landscape architecture was taught by combining technical expertise with artistic vision.
Within the circuit of this plodding life, there enter moments of an azure hue. Untarnished fair as is the violet, or an enemy when the springs stew them. By some meandering rivulet which make the best philosophy untrue that aims but to console man for his grievances. I have remembered when the winter came, high in my chamber in the frosty nights, when in the still light of the cheerful moon, on the every twig and rail and jutting spout, the icy spears were adding to their length against the arrows of the coming sun. How in the shimmering noon of winter past, some unrecorded themes against across the upper lying pastures. How in the shimmering noon of winter past.
You know what's interesting about that time period? The whole field was going through massive changes in how people thought about designed spaces.
Exactly. And Porter was right at the forefront. When he started teaching, most American gardens were still following rigid Victorian principles. But by the time he retired in the late 1950s, we'd seen the rise of modernism, the beginning of environmental consciousness, and completely new approaches to urban planning.
So, how did he manage to stay relevant through such dramatic changes?
Well, that's where his unique combination of skills came into play. You see, Porter wasn't just a landscape architect, he was also an accomplished artist. He created this incredible illustrated collection as a Christmas gift for his parents that really shows how he saw the intersection of art and science in landscape design.
Oh, wow. Creating hand-illustrated collections in that era must have taken incredible dedication. What kinds of things did he include?
The collection showcased his deep understanding of both the technical and aesthetic aspects of landscape design. But here's what's really interesting. He was teaching through some of the most transformative periods in American history. The Great Depression, both world wars, the post-war boom.
That must have required constant adaptation in his teaching methods.
Exactly right. And get this. When Porter started teaching, all designs were done by hand. By the time he retired, the first computer-aided design tools were just beginning to emerge. That's like going from horse and buggy to space travel in terms of technical evolution.
You know what strikes me as particularly remarkable? The fact that he chose to stay at Cornell for his entire career. That kind of dedication to one place seems so rare today.
And that commitment gave him something invaluable. The ability to watch his designs mature over decades. He could show students how landscapes evolve, how trees he'd planted grew to create the spaces he'd envisioned years before.
That's such a powerful teaching tool, being able to point to real examples of how your work develops over time.
Well, here's something else to consider. Through his 40 years of teaching, Porter influenced literally thousands of students who went on to design spaces across America. Think about that ripple effect. His principles of combining art and science are probably still shaping spaces we use today.
That kind of legacy really makes you think about the long-term impact of good teaching, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And you know what's particularly fascinating? When Porter was born in 1893, cities were still designed around horses and carriages. By the time he passed away in 1980, we were dealing with suburban sprawl, highway systems, and the beginning of environmental consciousness in design.
That's such an incredible span of change to witness and adapt to in one career.
And that's really the heart of Porter's story, how he managed to stay true to core principles about beauty and functionality while constantly evolving his approach. He understood that the best gardens, like the best education, take time to grow and develop.
Looking at his legacy really puts our own work into perspective, doesn't it? The idea that what we create today might still be influencing people decades from now.
You know, in today's world of instant gratification and quick changes, there's something profound about Porter's patient, long-term approach. His story shows us that sometimes the most meaningful impact we can have is right in our own community, doing what we love and sharing that passion with others.
Stand still and dumb, its own memorial purling at its play, along the slopes and through the meadows next, until its youthful sound was hushed at last in the staid current of the lowland stream, or seen the furrows shine but late upturn. And where the field fare followed in the rear, when all the fields around lay bound and hoar beneath the thick integument of snow, so by God's cheap economy made rich to go upon my winter's task again.
Welcome to Carmen Hub Radio, your 24-hour destination for music, talk, and stories that unite the world. From the rhythm of Mediterranean coastlines to the pulse of global city streets, we bring you voices, beats, and conversations that celebrate every culture. Here the world connects through sound. Classic and modern, east and west, tradition and innovation. Whether you're tuning in for soulful world music, vibrant DJ mixes, or thought-provoking cultural talks, Carmen Hub Radio keeps your mind inspired and your heart moving. Turn up the volume. Open your world. Live the sound of connection. Carmen Hub Radio, the voice of global culture.
There's a man in the shadows, leaning on a pine. A cigarette burns slow like the ticking of time. His boots are worn, his hat pulled low. He's got secrets in his pockets no one should know. Oh, the man in the shadows, he walks alone. A trail of whispers follows, carved in stone. He don't say much, but his silence screams. He's a runaway prisoner of broken dreams. Down by the river where the willow bends, he buries his past, but it won't make amends. The water runs cold, but it won't wash him clean. He's haunted by faces he's never seen. The stars light his way, but he don't look back. Every step he takes fades into black. Oh, the man in the shadows, he walks alone. A trail of whispers follows, carved in stone. He don't say much, but his silence screams. He's a runaway prisoner of broken dreams.
Some say he's a drifter, a ghost in the haze. Others swear he's a sinner, lost in his ways. But when the wind howls low and the coyotes cry, you'll feel his shadow as it passes by.